Good news, everyone. Zannrath here. Welcome back to my Hearthstone. Another week, another Tavern Brawl. And this week, a peek to the past. Let's take it down a notch there, Brawler. Make a deck using only cards from the basic and classic sets, but none of those fancy epics or legendaries. You hear? So, my first thought was, we're going back like old school. What decks did I used to play? Control Warrior, Wallet Warrior, whatever you want to call it, was the deck that I really enjoyed playing back in the day, even though I didn't have any of those cards that made it good, right? Like Brawl, or Ragnaros, or what else? Karen, Sylvanas, Baron, stuff like that. I did have Grom though. Anyways, but those are out, right? So what was the other deck that I played a lot of? Zulok, right? And I don't remember like what exactly was in the deck. When I played it back then, like I mean, Leopard, no, I think I was in it, but it was like the pre-nerfed version, right? And then obviously Knife Juggler was not nerfed at that time. Blood Imp, I think, was played back then, but that was like this is obviously the nerfed version of Blood Imp, right? I think it was like 1/1 and it gave just +1 health to every minion, just as a static effect, not like a +1 to a minion randomly. Right. Shattered Sun Cleric was also not nerfed. That was a 3/3, I think, back then. Ironbeak Owl. I think I played an Ironbeak Owl in my Zulok back in the day. And that was a 2-mana, 2/1. I don't remember if I had a Hellfire in my deck, but the last time Zoo was like okay, so like 2 expansions ago or something like that, I played a Hellfire just for for funsies. Because there was still a lot of aggro, and I think it was like a little bit of reach too, because a lot of people played taunts. I don't remember if I played a Frostwolf Warlord, but I did at some point when like the Tentacle thing or the Ritual thing was a card, but I don't remember if that was my deck back in the day. The Crazy Alchemist I didn't play back in the day, but I don't know, Doomseer Tech, right? Sure, why not? Anyways, I think I did play Farseers in my Zulok back in the day too. So, anyways, this is like the only deck that I remember playing back in like classic and basically classic sets, basic and classic sets that didn't involve epic and legendary cards. Although back then I probably did not have very many epic and legendary cards. So yeah, I don't remember what else I played. I played a lot of Zulok and I played a lot of like control-ish, control in air quotes warrior. Just because I liked Warrior as a class, even though I didn't have the cards that made the deck. You know what? Let's hold on to a Blood Imp. Sure, why not? You know what? Let's just like for funsies, just keep all the Blood Imps, right? We'll go like, I don't know, maybe I'll go like Coin Knife Juggler into double Blood Imp, especially since he's passing. That might be a play. I mean, I could just go like Squire Coin Blood Imp. But I think I'll do this. Let's see what's up. Let's see what he plays. Hopefully he doesn't play like an actual card, and maybe just hero powers, and we have like two shots at killing his dude. I mean, these guys are just gonna like perpetually buff each other, right? So that's the problem. But I don't know. It'd be kind of funny, I guess. So we'll go ahead and kill this guy off, right? Because of course I think it makes the most sense to hit face with the daggers, because otherwise, it would kill the minion, right? So, and it would allow me to not trade, and so that's better for me rather than for my opponent. So that's the best outcome, of course. Like I said, these guys should buff each other because they used to be 1/1s, they used to be able to attack, but now they can't, so it makes the most sense to, buff each other, because it doesn't do anything for me. So let's go ahead and throw out the Shattered Sun, go ahead and kill this guy. Oh, I think that was a mistake. I was supposed to go face, so I have to trade again, right, and miss out on the 3 damage, but, okay. Oh, that's interesting, they buffed the 2 dudes there, or the dude and the lady. Alright, that's fine-ish, I guess, whatever. Wonder what he's playing. I don't remember what Paladin, like, decks there were back in the day that utilized, whatchamacallits. I don't know where to, or just like Paladin decks in the classic set. I don't know where I should place this, because I don't know if I really want to like buff these guys with the wolf or the defender in future turns, because like I just kind of want them to sit there and just perpetually buff each other. But I'll just throw this out here, I guess. Waiting for the consecrate, or I guess one of those imps are gonna survive now. I'll consecrate, so this is gonna be interesting. I hope this works out. Like I think that was just like I don't think that was the best play to hold them, but I think it's silly, right? It's gonna okay. Might that's fine-ish, I guess. Guess I'll go ahead and I'll tap. Throw out the wolf. Make that trade. And then like I said, I think I'm gonna hold on to my imp bros here. Just let them hang out. Missing 2 damage here. I'll probably miss lethal by 2 damage, and I'll be like, dang. It's a feels bad man kind of moment. But hey, you know how it is sometimes. Alright, I see you. We'll go with the Craze Alk into, Dark Iron for the clears. Sick plays, bro. Hopefully these guys will buff give the Argent Squire some love. Nope. Alright, well, that's fine-ish. Still waiting on the Consecrate. Yeah. So, yeah. So there's no, lay on hands. Oh, man. What is this blasphemy? What is this? This is really silly. These cards that these guys... I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Let's go ahead and toss this chum out there. We'll go ahead and throw out the Frostwolf Warlord and hit that guy, because I think that makes the most sense. Yep. Go ahead. We'll just trade. You know, it's probably not the best play. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not the best play. But that's just how I play, right? I trade. Trade all day. I'm like a merchant. Do merchants trade? I guess, depending on the time period, they trade. Or they sell. I was gonna go for the Knife Juggler. Really not a fan of my Knife Jugglers, huh? Feels bad, man. I think at this point, it's like very reasonable just to go face, but you know what I do. We'll go ahead and forego playing the imp there. Just because I'm expecting like an equality consecrate. Alright, maybe not. Alright, well, imp bros. Just hanging out, buffing each other, Well, actually, they only buff each other like, total 4 times. Out of, how many turns was that? I wasn't really paying attention. That was like turn 8 or something. And they've been on the board since turn 2. So they've had like 7 turns to buff things. That was, alright, that was kind of interesting. Yeah, well, that's a peek into the past. I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, I totally forgot that Abusive Sergeant wasn't nerfed at that time either. So there's a lot of cards in here that was nerfed. That have been nerfed, I should say, since, Hearthstone came out, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 of the 30 cards in my deck have been nerfed since Basic and Classic was the what would you call it? The only card sets, right? So yeah, that was music. I like that. I like reliving the whole Blood Imp thing. Like it's like just dumb sometimes how like effective they can be. Like, were they that effective? To be honest, not particularly, unless he did have Consecrate in hand. In which case, yes, it did like pull some of the minions out of Consecrate range. But otherwise, not super, at least overtly, like swinging the match in one way or the other. But yeah, and actually, that Crazed Alk actually kind of came in handy. I guess Could I have cleared that Yeti in other ways? I don't know. Anyways, that's that was actually a lot. I actually had a lot of fun, kind of reliving that nostalgia and all that stuff. I kind of wish they would. I kind of wish they would have let epics and legendaries in, because then I would have played um, I would have played pseudo control warrior, as I used to like I call it pseudo control warrior because it was like control warrior without, like I said, all the good cards, the top end stuff, the board clears, right? So yeah. Anyways, that's enough from me. So until next time, thanks for watching.